for days. You get one meal.
Yeah, you'd lose more energy than you get.
Yeah.
Just seems like a smart option. It's just the social norms.
Instead of going to the crab shack and then pouring a bucket of crabs and crayfish out, they pour a bunch of
Cockroach.
cockroach, crickets,
Caveman pests.
grasshoppers.
Yeah.
Yum.
Exactly. I mean, they're like our associates. Could start eating them.
Yeah, it's actually a very efficient source of protein.
Right.
And a lot of places embrace that.
Yeah, but knowing that still doesn't make it easier for me. Though I would want it to.
Much cheaper to raise crickets than cows.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure.
But if you shelled it first, then it would be way tastier.
Well, I wonder if there would be a way to disguise it, grind it up and make sausage out of it or something.
I'm no
Cockroach
longer
sausage.
hungry for
Now we're
dinner.
talking.
Sorry,
Come
guys.
on, Jess. It's
Jess is
2020.
working through dinner.
Try being vegetarian.
I'm an invertivore. Insectivore.
We probably all are. Probably many in the things we eat.
Right.
It's true.
So we are a little over 100 meters from the last transect. I don't know if you guys want to just do another one quickly. It would bring us, if you see in HiPAC, a little kind of right in the middle of this darker yellow feature, but it's up to you guys.
Yeah, if it keeps us, so where's 200? Right about where you have it now?
Yeah, right about where we have it.
Because we could almost go straight up from there to the red.
That's what I'm thinking. And if we want to try to get
so,
over this, whatever this may be, that would be a good spot for
Yeah. Yeah, get in that yellow section.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
Sweet.
Roger that.
Are you guys good with that?
Go with that.
All right, I'm
Start
going
whenever.
to mark it now.
Reg.
So we have a couple little sponges on this edge of this rock, and then a Dover sole above it, above the lasers. Passing
There's
over
one
a
of
whelk.
the Neptunia snails, yeah.
And above the lasers, there was a Bathy-Bembex. So Daniel was saying if we do find one of the Bathy-Bembex with an anemone on it, we could collect it. Because sometimes they have a commensal anemone growing on them for protection.
Ooh, nice. All right.
So like this one that we're going to go through the lasers right now, that one, if it has a little anemone, we could grab it when we're not on transect.
Yeah.
And an eel pout.
Looks like a 2-line, maybe?
Which one?
A 2-line eel pout?
Could have been. There's also a bunch of the Lycodapus ones that are in the water column. I haven't seen too many today, though.
It's one of my favorite fish names, the deep water slipskin. And then they have a blackmouth eel pout. I don't know, there's 3 or 4 that are just little silver water column deep water eel pout. Pallid eel pout, is that one too?
Yep. And then trying to ID those from video or just like another group of, yeah, sure.
This is a silly question, but the eel pout, that is like a Ophididae eel, right? It's not, or is it not part of that? Bridge.
I will tell you, so hold on.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I have to think.
Oh, so it wasn't a silly question.
No, I just don't remember what they're in, so that's why. They're zoarcids.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the ophidids are the cusk eels. So if we go up shallow, we may see those in the mud.
I see. Yeah, I always classified like muranids and ophidids, and there's no muranids in the deep sea, but because there's more than that.
Yeah, see, and those are all the shallow kind of eel-likey things. There's a lot of other things down here that are eel-like.
Right.
Even grenadiers are kind of eel-like.
Yeah. Anguilliform. Remember that?
Yep. These deep water eel pouts will often float in the water column and they'll wrap themselves up like a circle. And they will just hover that way.
Do they have a swim bladder to do that, or
They don't that I know of, but they may just be more neutrally buoyant. So is that the sponge you're talking about, Erica? That looks more like a light bulb, but it looked like Faria for a little while. So if you look at these sponges on here, they have like little tubes, not the highest one, but the other ones lower.
Can you mind coming down the delta a little, please?
Doing some great lateral flying.
You're just biased because it's our watch and you think we're the A team, see?
Well, he thinks
Yep.
it for a reason, Jess.
Yeah, there's another eel pout.
Right next to the camera.
Yeah, I think that one was a 2-line, and they're called that because their lateral line is divided.
Oh. You said T line? So it has a,
2.
oh, two. Like that would be a weird lateral line.
So it is. It goes from their head about a third of the way back at one level, and then it just stops and jumps up about an inch and then goes back the rest of the fish.
Huh. Wonder if that's helpful in any sensory way. Must be different.
Yeah, my guess is it is in some way.
Yeah, some way. They feed on the benthos, like with the jaw for that? Or?
I think so. That's where I usually see them, but that's hard to say because we're always doing transects near the seafloor.
Right.
So
Ben, how much longer is in this transect?
Yeah, we've come about halfway.
Roger.
A little surprised.
We might have a dinner relief post or a mid-transect. Looks like that is indeed the case.
Yep.
Switching over.
All this talk of food.
Roger.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh.
That was a little grenadier cruising along. I'm sure they told you, but we're on a transect heading west. About
Yeah,
halfway
copy.
through.
100 more meters or so, I believe.
Sounds good. Yeah, he said it was about halfway when he left, so that would make sense.
Bridge nav. Bridge nav. Add one more step, 25 meters. Thank you.
Can't believe I never noticed that before.
Oh yeah, this. It only pops up when we're making the move. Otherwise, I think it's completely blank space. So it's like you have to.
Gonna run out at least here.
Yeah, I might have to go down slope. Looks like this. Changing a little bit. I can alter course if you want.
Turn that off.
About 50 more meters to go.
Roger.
Roger that. Is pom-pom an enemy?
Nice feature here, just back down a little bit.
Yeah, but not much on it.
No.
There's a light bulb sponge. Seems like we're seeing more eel pouts in this area, but oh, there's a red stick coral in there. Woohoo, we got a coral.
Is that red stick coral, is that the beginnings of a Swiftia, or is that something different?
Yeah, it's, we just call it kind of Swiftia spa, even though it could be some other species. Because they're all plexaurids. But then telling which it is tough.
Heteropolypus.
Yep. Little bacterial mat. Nothing very large.
Okay, we can mark that as the end of transect.
In the transect, roger.
Roger that.
So did I understand correctly that you want to head north now to that red steeper slope?
Yeah, uphill.
Yeah. That is exactly what we want to do. Just go basically straight north.
Perfect. Sounds great. Bridge nav. Step 200 meters, bearing north. Thank you.
Bring your head to starboard just a little for me, Jake.
Roger, coming starboard.
Can we zoom in on the sponge to the left?
Yep.
The white sponge.
Laser zoom there, Steve.
So there is your Ferrea. You did see some Erica, so.
Okay, good. That means I'm not crazy.
So Abby, would
What's
you like this
the,
if you're still on?
and do you know what the, do you recognize the one above it?
I do not. So Abby said it's Ferrea and not sure on the one. She's one, some kind of demo sponge. Do you want to sample it, Abby? She would like to sample the Ferrea, if we could, the white one on the bottom, the frilly
Bridge
looking
nav.
one.
Yeah, copy.
And that's usually a slurp, right, Abby?
Hold position. Thank you.
She just wants a few frills of it in a slurp.
Copy.
I'll keep an eye, see how much Argus swings.
Roger.
And we already got the zoom on it, so you could slurp whenever you're ready. You don't have to zoom again.
Roger, just nudging into something here. No idea
Roger
what.
that.
Corner of a rock.
Wherever it stops. Usually Mongo, but it can take it.
What are they doing with this painful slow speed here?
So yeah, usually I don't even look. I just nudge in. Some bumpers are for.
Data I have this as 106. Is that correct?
Just gonna look down at the thing here so I can.
I believe it's 107.
Sorry, I was on mute. Yeah, 107.
Oh, yep.
The one before that was
Roger,
an
I see.
Iskin. 106.
I see that now. I didn't go down far enough. Thank you.
What's happening with the jaws? Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Uncommanded movement. Yeah. That's not me.
Hmm.
It's talking to you.
Trying to communicate.
We've had this issue before.
Ready to flush.
Yeah, you can flush.
Flushing.
Okay, Steve, Zoomerino. I think it's going to be jaw 4.
Yep, jar 4.
4.
Well, 50%.
50%.
Zoom a little more for us, Steve. Thanks. Okay, zoom out.
That was quick.
Now, before we leave this area, could we zoom on the top of the rock?
Sure.
Thank you.
And zoom in there, Steve. You want to see the eggshell, do you?
Yeah, take a look at that.
And zoom right in on the corn cob looking thing, Steve.
Jake, you still have that, you still have the slurp on, I think.
That's good, thank you. And then if we could zoom behind this rock, there's a red stick coral.
And stand by. Can you turn the
It's
slurp
right
off,
there at the
please?
bottom.
And zoom out. Is it off? Oh, stealing my float. The guy there. There's him.
Yeah, right behind an enemy. Yep. That's good, thank you.
We can go back to
We can go back to heading north.
come on. Just gonna play with this manipulator for a minute and hoping Jess would come back in.
So Abby has
Roger that.
posted some Pharea trivia. The genus was described from a fragment collected in the Indian Ocean. It has a global distribution, and there are over 50 species so far described.
So we've had an issue before where there's if you fully depress the jaw trigger, it causes the jaws to open and close. I don't know if you were here for ONC when we had that. Oh no, you were not. And it's an issue in the master controller, but you can yeah, there it is right there. So it's when you fully depress the trigger. So the workaround is to not fully depress the trigger, but the jaws will still close. It just takes it a minute to. It's on our list for winter projects to remedy. The delicate little wires in the master arm need some rewiring. Okay, where were we? Headed
Ready
north,
to
I
go
think.
back north? Yeah. I think you're at about 45 from Argus now. Bridge nav. Step 200 meters north. Thank you.
What kind of egg casing is that, Tom? Is that from a snail?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a gastropod, not sure which one. We've been seeing the two down here, that Neptunia, the more elongate one, and then the Bathybembex, which is the more compressed green one. So hopefully it's one of those two, because I haven't seen anything else.
Where were we when we saw Snail City?
Oh, Snail City. Yeah, where was that?
There was like hundreds of them all making those.
Is that Pioneer Canyon?
I can't remember now.
I remember watching it. I don't
Yeah.
remember where it was.
We only got a quick glimpse at it, and then we got kind of drug off.
Yeah.
Must have been deep. Can you tilt Argus cam up just a bit for us, Kim? See what's coming up there. Just gonna lateral left here while we're waiting for Argus. Smiles behind me.
Sounds good. Look around, whatever we can find right now.
Yeah, buddy.
We won't find any petroli patches though, so.
I don't think so.
Can we zoom in on that fish under the ledge right above the lasers?
Oh, how do you see those guys? Yeah, go ahead. Video, zoom right in. Ah, scared him. Where'd he go? There he is.
Good try though, good try.
Oh, there are two of them there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there he is. They're skittish.
They know when you're gonna zoom in.
Yeah. Okay, zoom in there, Steve. I'll get him while he's blinded by the lights. Where'd he go?
He's gone.
You'll have to come up a bit, Steve. I'm coming up the, or sorry, Kim. I'm coming up the hill. We're going north up. Up, it appears. Here's Jess. I'm gonna hand you back over to the pros and I'm out. Thanks.
All right. Thanks, Dan. Could we actually fire a Niskin while we're at this depth before we move up?
Yeah, we can do that. Just getting her mic on.
Yeah.
Do you want me to stop the ship?
You could do it on the fly. There's no, doesn't matter what depth.
Raj.
Just because we'll be leaving this deeper area, so take one before we leave.
We're at point, well, they're at 0.36. I don't know if they put in 0.3.
0.36, you want to
Yeah, I'll bring us down.
reduce that a little? Otherwise I'm going to fall behind a bit. Roger that.
So Jess, that's a light bulb sponge you were asking about right there? The white one?
Yeah, I don't see how that's considered a light bulb still.
Don't know either, but that's what the name that somebody gave it.
Roger
You're
that.
on your toes.
All right, so I heard we have a Niskin request.
That would be awesome.
Do you guys mind if we're underway for it, or do you want us to stop?
Totally can be underway, that's fine.
Digging that. Okay, cool. I'll just keep us coming forward. All right, full rack back.
So which one are we going for? 3?
Yeah, Mary, which one we want?
Ben was correct. Niskin 3.
Roger that. All right, we got eyes on Niskins here.
That one's too easy to get.
It's good.
Nice, fired. Very nice.
This is 108.
Correct.
Thanks.
Nice. Thanks, Kim. Digging that. Digging that in tandem operation.
There's a light bulb sponge to the left.
Oh, yeah.
Some
The other side?
tunicates on the edge there.
Tunicate, yeah.
Are they sedimented or are they just so brown? Maybe I'm just seeing right through them.
The predatory tunicates are usually clear, so I think it's just sediment on the
Yeah.
backside of them. I haven't washed in a while.
What makes a tunicate predatory?
That bell closes over things inside and holds them in, so it eats it.
Kim, you want to come up on the delta, please?
The others are just like vacuum cleaners, right?
Sorry?
Yes.
Yeah.
So they filter feed as opposed to mechanically close. They're like little Venus flytraps.
And those Venus flytrap anemones don't have that form for that function. It looks so ready to do that.
They do look like that, but
Yeah.
you're right. As far as I know, they are just like anemones, but they're shaped that way.
Well, wonder if it like induces flow around it or something weird. Something useful.
You'd think there'd be a reason for it.
But nature's random too, I guess.
Yeah, I've seen some of those Australian animals, so echidnas. What's that? Or a platypus.
Right. Who made this?
An egg-laying mammal.
Well, in the Pacific, you get more evolved, like more adaptive animals with poison and stuff because the Pacific Ocean has existed for longer with the plate tectonics or the movement of after, not Pangea, but all that. That was what I learned is the Pacific just has had life for longer, and you get, I don't know, more highly adaptive evolution. Like there's no venomous eels or snakes or in the Atlantic.
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah.
Never thought about that, so it's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. I learned my invertebrate zoology teacher I worked with for a while, and he taught me all these little things. And sometimes I just question them. I'm like, was he, is that right? But no, I
But
definitely
that's,
trust him.
you know, that's theories.
Yeah.
That's how you come up with stuff, is just start questioning it, and then you figure out how to test it, and
Yeah.
that's basic science.
Like another one is like, what are the things people are most afraid of typically, phobically? It's like snakes and spiders. And those two things are kind of ambush predators that have venom. So that's why it would be adaptive to be like really stimulated by their body motion and their schemas. I thought that was a
Yeah,
neat
not
one.
too many people they're not scared of like hamsters or
Right,
koala bears.
right. And like your fear of a tiger is kind of a different fear. It's not phobic. You're not like repulsed by it.
No, the cubs are really cute.
Yeah, exactly. The big eyes.
Just when they get those claws that are 2 inches long or whatever, can rip you apart. That's
Right.
when they get a little more scary.
Right.
That's a healthy fear.
Definitely healthy.
I would agree.
And if you guys ever want to do a transect upslope as we do this, just so you guys know, we're like 140 meters away from the last one. But I'll just keep letting you know when we're at the minimum distance.
Yeah, what do we got, like 500-600 meters at least to get to the red?
Yeah, definitely. Let me double check. So there's that mini little ridge. I hope is something interesting as we go over. Is like 370 meters away, and then above that's going to be like 450 meters. So we definitely have time or space.
Yeah, because I don't really see much to collect or do right now, so we might as well just do a transect.
Yeah,
and
get another one.
That sounds like a plan.
All right.
Get data.
Roger that.
These transects are gonna make your winter very easy, Tom.
I can hold still if you want to drop a point for it. There.
Yeah, okay, you good?
Yep, good here.
Dropped.
Roger that.
Is that like dropping the mic, dropping the point?
Drop, yeah. Just makes my job seem cooler than just double click.
I dropped the point.
I dropped the point.
Dropping points everywhere.
Well,
So I have a question for
Yeah.
you. Ben, Sam, the other night we were calling the petrale piles. She was dropping points for us, and she came up with SP for spawning petrales. So what would you have called those points?
Spawning petrales. I probably would have gone a dirtier route.
Some muddy petrale?
Muddy petrale, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, not that kind of dirty.
Yeah, that type of dirty, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, as the dive progressed, they became cuddle puddles of petrale.
Puddle. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, we didn't get a watch for that one, but we were watching the video. It was interesting. And it was always like 4 males and 1 off to the side. It's like, what's that guy doing? But
He doesn't know how to talk to the ladies.
Yeah, exactly. But is it that
one awkward?
do multiple males fertilize different eggs in the same female, or is it one gets successful and the others are just trying? Because I imagine she has a lot of eggs to fertilize.
We don't know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hence the
I was
dive.
going to say,
Hence the dive. There we go.
I was
Well,
going to say yes to both questions. Yes, it's one or the other or something else.
right.
Thanks for narrowing that down, Tom.
That's what I'm here for. But it was interesting. There was a couple of assumedly male and females that were just one single pair, but most of them were multiple small ones and one big one.
Yeah.
And then it just got too many to count on that last dive, the last transect.
Are you able to do the dimorphic gender stuff just from the visual? Like, are you able to say male or female just from the imagery from the top-down view?
I don't think so. I think we were just going with size because the females get larger.
Right.
So we're saying the biggest ones were females and the other ones were males, but
Is that because they're
We could be
sequential
totally off.
hermaphrodites?
no.
Oh, okay. The females just
They
are.
just in many fishes the females get larger.
Oh.
That way they can hold more eggs. That's my theory.
Yeah. Well, I like the concept of the hermaphroditism as a like energetic trade-off. It's like once you get to a certain population density or something, or then it becomes favorable to just invest in eggs or something. But that concept was interesting.
Yeah, I think sheephead and wrasses do that down here. Right up here, if we went up to the shallow waters,
Oh, we're
we'd
heading
find that.
slowly.
I think it's going to be shallower than we're going to get to.
Yeah, yeah.
If we see sheephead down here, that would be amazing.
So with the updated dive time, it seems like we're going to be out of the water a bit earlier. Is that correct?
Correct. They're going to pull at midnight now, and we will be the first watch at 4.
Nice.
Roger.
Does that mean that that the waypoints that were talked about kind of being cut? Well, those already been cut, but are we reducing also the goals for this dive as well?
Yes, sort of. We've already changed the dive plan. That's why we're moving up now. And yeah, so that's kind of what we've lost the last 2 points of this dive. They're gone.
Yep.
Raj.
So
Let's see how long it will take us to get to the cliff.
and there's a short spine thorny head on the left, a nice big guy. Or girl, probably.
Talk about your ultimate ambush predator.
Which one?